Aloha mai kako, me velina mai I Ross and found. We're here at the Kahala Ross location. It's about 9-ish. Folks should still be in church and whatnot, so it should be pretty empty. Let's go in there and see what we got. Aloha mai kako, me velina mai I Ross and found. We're out here back at the Kahala location. It's Sunday, it's early. Hopefully people still in church. Okay, starting in sizes 11 to 13. Green pair of Air Pennies, Team Jordans. Not sure what this Jordan silhouette is. KB, I don't know who that is. Got some Zions. Another pair of the green pennies. Some green Zions. Pair of Curries. Orange pair of KDs. Some Tatums up here. And this is a smaller store, so if you turn around from the 11 to 13, we're in the 10 and a half. Got another pair of Tatums over here. Ooh, Air Max 2013, I think. Dexter's Laboratory Mellow shoes, pretty cool. Pair of Jordan Deltas. And one more pair of these Billie Eilish Forces. And further down the 10 and a half, we have purple pair of Vomero 17s. These are size 9.5. I found these. Mac Attacks. Kind of want them. And in 10 and a half, silver and green V2K runs. Size men's 9 to 10. It's a green and red pair of KD 17s. Oh wait, no, I saw those last time. Got a pair of the Warriors colorway Curries. Nike cleats. And pair of these Gore-Tex Trail Pegasus? No, they're just trails, Gore-Tex trails. And small men's sizes. Some Jordans. Another pair of KD 17s. Brown Pegasus. All right, kids section shoes. 1, 2 pairs of the Air Trainers. Some Immortalities. Pair number 3 of the Air Trainers. Some Doc Martens. Okay, ladies section starting in the large sizes. New colorway of the Jordan 1 Elevate. And we've been seeing these 312s around for a while, but size 11, it's actually my size. I wonder. These are some men's 9 cleats, which are in this section for some reason, and they're really expensive for cleats. It's kind of strange. Purple Dunks have hit Kahala. Just kind of peeking out from the bottom of women's 8.5. Pair number 2 of Purple Dunks in women's 8. And I found a pair of these interesting metallic swoosh Air Force Ones in women's 7. And a third pair of Purple Dunks in women's 7.5. 1 and 2 more pairs of Purple Dunks in women's 6.5. All right, this section filled up as I was getting to it, so I had to come back around to cap off this video. Pair of black and white 97s. Top 10s. Some waffle ones, I think. And a pair of Air Max ones, all in men's size 6. All right, that was actually really good. Some hoop shoes, Jordans, that Dexter's Lab Mellow, pretty cool. Some Air Maxes. It was a good variety of stuff. I got here kind of early, but then the church crowd started coming in, and it's a little harder to film and grab content when that's happening, so you know. But hopefully I got to give you guys a glimpse of an uncharacteristically good Kahala day. All right, guys, everyone take care. I'll see you on the next Ross and Found mission. Mahalo. Aloha mai kako me vilina mai I Rawson found. Last time I went here, there was pretty much nothing on the shelves, except for maybe like one pair of the Rihanna Fenty collab. So let's see if anything's changed. Let's see if they've restocked all that empty space with shoes, or if the tariffs are starting to tear this mud down. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, so let's start in the men's 8 to 8.5 section. Size 7.5 is kind of gone. All right, so we've got one pair of these Nikes that look kind of like a cross between a Converse and, I mean, not a Converse, a Waffle and a Cortez. Pair of V2K rose golds down there. Some elephant print boxing shoes, kind of. We've got a Volt and black pair of those Adidas slip-ons over there. And some VL quartz down here. Pivoting to size 9, we got some Solar Glides. Also found a pair of those pink 2013s in my size, so maybe I'll get these. Pair of Force 58s in men's 10. Someone shopping in the big men's section, so pivot to the kids section. Got a pair of triple black Air Max 90s. Got a smaller black and white pair of 90s. These are size 3, I think. And these things, these Pumas, I always think that they're Air Max Sonder, and then I get disappointed. As the shoes get ever smaller, here's another pair of 90s, this time in size 1. And these Puma basketball shoes, I forget what they're called, but they have the Flaming Hot Cheetos one. Ladies small section, we have a pair of TMC Puma suedes, the Nipsey Hussle Lauren London collab. Pair of black and silver V2K runs in women's 6. Got a pair of Jordan 1 mids in women's 7. And also check these things out. Small size, women's 7, but it's an Air Max 90 Siempre Familia. This is like a Dia de los Muertos colorway. Interesting. And in women's 7.5, one pair of these Air Max APs. Really like the colorway. Another pair of green Jordan mids up there in 7.5. Pair number 2 of the APs in 7.5. And pair number 3 of the APs in women's 8 plus a Nike React. Okay, in women's 9, we got a pair of Nike Renews, as well as a pair of these green Cortez. All right, we're back in the big women's sizes, and yet another cleat in men's 9 that should not be here. These are Tiempos, and I'm wondering, these are also $44.99. Why are the soccer cleats getting more expensive? Maybe they're gearing up for season or something. Anyway, and a pair of 312s in women's 11, men's 9.5. Circled back to the men's big sections. Got these Wild Docs slippers over here. Pair of Airspan 2s. And in men's 11, a pair of Adidas Duramos. And in size 13, a new colorway of the Mellows. Okay, men's 10 and 10.5. Dang, they really are making the Hokas $100. No way. Got those Air Force One moccasins. What are these? Nope, these are $90. I've got a pair of Nike Initiators, a pair of Doc Martens in 10. Those KDs that we saw in Hawaii Kai, also in 10.5. All right, that went well. There was some pretty good finds in there today. Did end up getting those size 9 pink Air Max 13s. Will I commit to those, or will I realize I can't wear anything with them and return them? Who knows? Anyway, catch you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching.